We've all been faced with a situation where our emotions are put to the test. The question is, how can we prevent ourselves from spiraling into a whirlwind of reactions? The answer lies in developing the skill of non-reacting. Welcome to Intellectual Thinkers, and in this video we explore 4 habits to control your emotions that will help improve your ability to not react. When you find yourself on the brink of an emotional eruption, it's crucial to understand the science behind it. Emotions trigger the release of various chemicals in your brain, often leading to impulsive behaviors that you might later regret. When you're in a heated argument and emotions are running high, this is the moment to hit the pause button on your reactions. As you close your eyes, you're cutting off external stimuli, allowing your brain to focus inward. This simple action signals to your brain that it's time to shift gears. Think of it like this: your brain is a stormy sea, and the countdown is like a gentle breeze that makes the waves settle. In those quiet moments, you can see things more clearly. The sudden urge to react impulsively turns into a moment to think and hold back. It's not just a pause, it's a smart move in the middle of all that emotional chaos. The chemical countdown, seemingly a straightforward practice, holds immense power. It's a skill that, when honed over time, becomes an automatic response to emotional triggers. Number 1. Finding the root of the problem. Imagine you're hit with a wave of intense feelings. It could be frustration, anger, or maybe even joy. The first step in handling these emotions is like being a detective and figuring out where they're coming from. Why are you feeling this way? What's at the heart of it? When you pinpoint why you're feeling a certain way, you're stepping back from the immediate emotional chaos. For example, let's say you're suddenly hit with a burst of frustration. Instead of letting it consume you, ask yourself, why am I so frustrated? Is it something someone said? Is it connected to a past experience? When you trace it back, you might find that the frustration is not really about the current situation but is tied to something deeper. By identifying the root cause, you're addressing the real issue, not just the surface emotions. It's a bit like treating the symptoms versus curing the actual ailment. If you're upset because someone made a comment, understanding the root cause might reveal that the comment triggered an old insecurity. Number 2. Dealing with resentment. Think of resentment like a slow burn, quietly smoldering beneath the surface. It often starts with a conflict, an argument, or even a simple misunderstanding. Instead of letting it simmer and stew, the key is to address these negative emotions promptly. Imagine you've had a disagreement with a friend and you both walk away feeling hurt and irritated. The danger here is allowing those feelings to fester and grow over time. It's like leaving a pot on the stove, allowing the contents to boil over if not attended to. To avoid this, it's crucial to express your feelings and find resolutions as soon as possible. Don't let anger or resentment linger in the background, turning into a persistent emotional backdrop. Address the issue head-on, have an open conversation, share your perspective, and listen to the other person's point of view. Expressing your feelings doesn't mean escalating the conflict, it means acknowledging what you're experiencing. It's a proactive step toward finding common ground and resolving the underlying issues causing the resentment. It's like putting out the spark before it turns into a full-blown fire. The longer negative emotions are left unaddressed, the harder it becomes to untangle the emotional web. Number 3. Channel your feelings. Rather than letting emotions run wild, consider redirecting that emotional energy into constructive activities. This not only prevents flooding but also harnesses the energy in a positive way. For instance, if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, engaging in physical activities like sports can be immensely beneficial. The act of running, jumping, or even just brisk walking not only expends the excess energy but also releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. On the other hand, creative hobbies provide a different channel for emotional expression. Whether it's painting, writing, playing music, or any other creative pursuit, these activities allow you to externalize and process your emotions in a controlled and expressive manner. The beauty of channeling your feelings is that it brings about a sense of calm and clarity. By engaging in positive endeavors, you're not only releasing pent-up emotions but also gaining a fresh perspective on the challenges you might be facing. Number 4. Having empathy. When we talk about practicing empathy, we're essentially encouraging the act of putting ourselves in someone else's shoes. It's like taking a moment to step outside our own emotional bubble and explore the situation from a different angle. This intentional shift in perspective acts as a powerful neutralizer for extreme emotions, particularly anger. Think of empathy as a bridge connecting your feelings to those of others. When you make an effort to understand why someone may have acted or spoken in a certain way, you're laying the foundation for mutual understanding. It's like opening a door to a room of shared emotions and experiences, like during bouts of anger. Anger often narrows our focus, making it challenging to see beyond our own feelings of frustration or resentment. The empathy routine, however, widens that focus. By considering the perspectives and emotions of others, you're not only diffusing your own anger but also creating an opportunity for a more constructive dialogue. Practicing empathy contributes significantly to enhancing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is about recognizing, understanding, and managing your own emotions while also being attuned to the emotions of others. The empathy routine is a key component in this process, as it cultivates a heightened awareness of the diverse emotional landscapes that exist within and around us.